Radio. Welcome back to episode 6 of the Trot. Probably the last massive episode of training before we kickstart into the championship season. I'm here as always with
Mason.
And I'm Matt. And yeah, big week, big episode. We got a marathon world record to talk about. We've got a race preview to talk about for the UNO boys and girls, I guess, as we take on the Crimson Classic on Friday in Tuscaloosa. But yeah, so big episode ahead. Well, probably not. Probably be a nice little 25-minute episode again. So I guess kicking started with training weeks. As I mentioned last week, it got flipped around. We went Monday, Thursday workouts because we had a Friday academic breakfast, which we both went to.
Yes.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, good bacon. Everything else was galley food.
Yeah, galley food. That's like what's it called?
Food hall.
Yeah, food hall. And yeah, I mean, it can be a little bit average at times, but it wasn't too bad. I mean, free food is always free food, so.
Yeah, it was free.
That's it. That's one thing.
Paid with time.
Yeah, that is true. And also I had to wake up at like 5:30 to get my run in.
For 7:30 too.
Yikes. And I didn't have anything to wear as well, so I rocked up to this like pretty formal occasion in jorts because I didn't have any other clothes. I still feel really bad. I'm actually grateful that Clayton and Ben, like our coaches, like didn't say anything, but I was like, dude, I genuinely had nothing to wear.
Anything. It's close enough.
Bro, I have like tracksuit pants, which I'm wearing, and I got like 2 pairs of jorts, and that's like the only like casual shit I've got, really.
Tracksuit pants are not casual.
What do you mean they're casual?
The opposite of casual.
Yeah, no, it's like, but you can't like dress up tracky pants. And they also said not to wear like sweats. And I feel like jorts aren't sweats. I mean, like, it's basically jeans just without the, you know, the just like pants, I guess.
But the connotation that it holds here is like,
yeah,
you can't dress up in jorts.
No, you definitely can't. At least I wear a polo. But anyway, we're yapping. Monday workout, Mason. We did 8x3 minutes off 75 seconds jog recovery.
Yes.
And Garfield lasagna after, which was 4 by a little hill we have next to the loop we do the reps on. And then we had another 3-minute rep at the end. So going into paces, Mason, what were we rolling at?
We started at around 5:16. Looks like almost a perfect progression down to 4:51 pace. Mm-hmm. There's one mess up in there from 5:07 to 5:10.
And jogs between like 7 flat and like 7:45, I would say.
Well, if you count me in there, jogs between 7 flat and 10 flat. Some of them I kind of lollygagged. That's all right.
That's fine. And I felt really comfortable this day, even though coming off the Sunday long run, and I also had my biggest mileage week ever. It was a 90 mile. Actually, no, so it wasn't biggest, but it was still a 90 mile week. I actually felt really good. I don't know about you.
I didn't feel great.
Yeah, I just like, I felt good and I was rolling, and I think I think that workout suits me better being a mileage guy, backing up off a hard Friday, not hard Sunday, but a long Sunday, and then a Monday workout.
I think my biggest problem isn't even the fact that I felt bad. I think it's that I look at those kinds of workouts, you know, because 8 by 3 minutes, 24 minutes are running at our race pace. I look at it as a race workout. I look at it, I need to make these paces feel comfortable at the beginning, and I didn't get that feeling. I felt bad, but I never like struggled in the workout. It was just like,
you never got like dropped
how
or
am
anything.
I gonna hold this for an 8K? It doesn't feel that comfortable.
Yeah. But I mean, it also worth mentioning that the weather is getting a lot nicer. Like starting this week, we're recapping. It kind of went from being like 90s, 85 to like, you know, creeping into the 70s.
Yeah,
maybe a day under
7 workout.
I didn't. My first shirt day was on Sunday, which we'll get to in a sec. But yeah, I mean, good day, decent mileage in the morning. I got 12 in the morning, but the workout ended up being like 8 miles of running. For the first bit, I think I did 6 miles at 5:30 pace, which is about, you know, 3:25-ish per kilometer. And then just the Garfield's lasagna at the end was nothing that impressive. Just a bit of extra
some
work.
Quick little hills and an extra 3-minute in.
Which we ran at like 5 flat.
Yeah,
so,
he told us to keep it down.
Yeah, because we kind of started ripping a bit more. But anyway, I did a progression that afternoon. I know, Mason, you just...
Oh, yeah, I just did a 4 mile easier.
I think this will probably be my last double workout. I kind of started at like 7 flats and worked down to like 5:30 pace, but it wasn't... I just did it on the cross course. I didn't go on the treadmill. So...
Darn, 5:42?
Yeah, bro, I'm rolling.
I ran like 8 flats.
Yeah, for 4.
Yeah, listening to my body.
Yeah, and then on Tuesday we had regular Wednesday. So I just did 7 and 4, so 11 on the day.
No, you did 8.
Yeah, you're on the wrong day.
He's right. He did 7 and 4.
Yeah, so what did you do?
I did 6 and 4.
6
and
and
3.
6 and 3, damn.
Oof.
9 mile day, not bad. And then we had light speed work, which Mason also no show for practice. So this day we actually had something a bit not weird, I would say, but we had 90-meter accelerations. I did 5 of them. Starting at like 1500 pace, working 800, and then you're pretty much like sprinting at the end. I actually did 100s just because it was easier. I ran sub 13 in the last one.
Really?
Yeah, we spiked up for these as well. It's kind of weird. We do like a 2-mile warm up, so basically like a workout warm up, and then go straight into it.
I like it. When we do like real light speed, we'll do that.
Yeah.
I guess just so we can get a bigger cooldown in, because usually when we do light speed, like our cooldown is like 800 meters at like 9-minute pace, at least for me. So
and it's like I think you still need to touch on that kind of pacing cross.
Yeah.
So I did 8 that morning, 4 in the afternoon for a 12-mile day.
I did 7, and I believe no double.
So just 7
and no double. Yeah, but
you got to remember this is Wednesday, so now we're on Thursday, which is now our workout day. So we did the Michigan. So if y'all don't know what the Michigan is, I'll give you a little preview, or well, I'll tell you what the workout is. I don't know why I preview it, but it's basically a mile at I would say like 10k pace, but obviously we ripped it a bit more. Then you do a 2k tempo or a mile tempo. It's usually a mile tempo. We did 2k though, and then a 1200. Same thing, cutting down to like 5k pace. Another mile or 2k tempo. An 800, kind of getting down to like 3k pace. Another 2k tempo in our case, or usually a mile, and then a 400 close as fast as you can. So yeah, this was a big boy workout, and it's a 60 seconds between everything. So it's a very aerobic workout if you really think about it.
Oh yeah.
It's basically just like a race simulation of what an 8k is going to feel like. And we went to Tad, which was nice, I guess. Going back to Tad, it's a very nice place.
We're supposed to go to the gravel track, and everyone bitched out of the gravel track.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I guess Mason, tell us the splits, and then we can dissect the workout.
First thing to note on is that the 2Ks were actually more like 2100 meters. They were lane 9, 3 laps.
It was so we ran in lane 8, and it was 4.5 laps.
Oof, way off.
So yeah, it was a little bit over, but I'm talking like probably like 60 to 80 meters off, but. So take the splits with a grain of salt.
4:45 for the first mile.
Paced by yours truly.
He got 4:45, I'm sure. About 5:15 pace. I actually bullshitted these jogs, but I think it was 5:15-ish.
Go on my splits.
Your splits are right, sure.
Yeah. So yeah, and then the first 2K ran 6:33. Same thing. It's a little bit long, and then we ran
what pace that is.
3:33 for the 1200.
Yeah, Evan paced it like an idiot.
Yeah, we went down like 32, and then chucked the brakes on, ran like a 38, and then like ran like a 72, and then had to close the 70.
I only say that because Pardo likes to shit on my pacing when I go like 34, 35 for 69. He's like, why isn't it consistent?
Yeah, this guy.
And he's allowed to go do 32, 37. Dude, I hit.
No,
for
you
next
both
week.
do.
No, I'm good at pacing. For our most recent workout, both the times I paced, I was supposed to hit like a certain time. I don't even remember the times. I hit them .00.
Yeah, I know. You did it yesterday as well, which I mean we'll recap next week. But yeah, okay, you're getting better.
So the float was now 6:31 instead of 6:36.
I wouldn't call it a float, but I mean the rep was a 6:31.
Yeah, I guess rep, definitely not a float. It felt like a float.
Oh man, these felt pretty chill after doing the quicker reps.
I love workouts like this where you average so fast, but your jog's still relatively fast. If that makes sense, because like the jog feels so slow. And I always feel so smooth on these. And these are always the workouts where my Koros predictions will go from like 1450 to like 1350.
Yeah,
and I just be like, I think he might win NCAAs.
Yeah, mine went down. It went from like, it says I'm like 1450 shape, and then it said I was like 80% running performance on my Koros. I was like, this is bullshit.
Last
what do you
year,
mean
after a workout like this, my watch went down to like 1406 for 5K. Damn. And I was like,
bro, I don't get why people. I get my heart rate, like my heart rate's like low. Like it's. And it still doesn't. It's my fucking watch doesn't work.
I don't know what metrics he uses. I think it just guesses. I don't think it actually has metrics at this point because it's so stupid. That's besides the point.
800,
218 for the 800. That was pretty evenly split. Yeah, if I recall correctly. 629 for the next rep for the next 2100, whatever you want to call it. And then he ran 58 for the last 400. He got cooked.
Yeah, I did get cooked. But to be fair, we gotta set the scene. So Cade, who's probably like the last rep like king, like he fucking went to the front and he's like, alright, I'm gonna pace at 30 and then we'll see what we can do. So exact shit happened. We went out and actually like 30 high to 31. I went through in 31. So he ran 57.
I ran 56.
56.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So what?
Oh no, I ran 57. You're right. I closed in 26.
Yeah, you closed it. I
closed in like
27.
26 low, but I went out in 31.
Dude,
31.
I closed in 27. That's pretty like for my Hanso speed. That's pretty good, bro.
No, yeah, you were there. I felt you breathing down my neck.
Bro, at one point, at like 200, I was gonna go around Cade, and I was like, nah, there's no chance. I'm gonna do that and just get.
I
blasted.
wanted to because I was like, I can beat Cade on this last rep. I feel really good, so I was like waiting for it because we got to 230, but it felt like a 50.
Yeah,
like I felt so good through 200, so I was like, I'm about to close this in like 26, and I am gonna rip down the home stretch right by Cade. And I wanted to wait. I wanted to like slingshot him, you know.
Yeah, on the
but
bed.
he was waiting to put in another surge also because right as I got in position,
he also
like,
slingshot.
Yeah,
himself.
right. Like he slingshotted himself too, and it just like caught me off guard. And then by the time I responded, he was 2 meters ahead.
It was kind of weird. I was in a weird spot where once you kind of like slingshotted each other, and then you like just held that, and then I kind of slingshotted as well, and I was just holding the gap. Like you guys, but like the gap was there, and I couldn't close. There was nothing. I was
That's the same. I couldn't close the gap on Cade because like we closed in 26. To close that gap, I would have had to run at 25, which is such a different run.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we were running fast.
It's still pretty crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
I came out of this workout going fuck. Like,
yeah,
dude,
that was
shape,
fun.
bro.
I love
Shape's
workouts
good.
like that. I
Shape's
love the
good.
Michigan. I hope we do it in track, but I hope we do it more track based once we get to track.
So-
Actually, this was pretty track based.
No, I would say this one doing a minute recovery. So I guess to kind of link the listeners in a bit. That originally we were supposed to be doing 3 minutes recovery, which obviously would have been a completely different workout.
Really?
Yeah. So if we had 3 minutes, think about like the mile. Like that mile would have been like 4:30, 4:35. The 2K
Yeah, so
would have
hopefully
been
we'll do
faster.
that for track.
Yeah, and then 1200 probably would have been like 3:24. That's what originally was actually planned.
What does Michigan usually do? 3 minutes?
I'm actually not too sure. Let us know if
I know Hobbs,
anyone listening
I
knows.
wonder what Hobbs Kessler does.
I think they vary it.
Michigan guy.
I've heard stuff that they do like they do rest space. They do like a jog, like
Yeah, I
because they
think-
do it like they do like a mile like loop around campus.
I think I watched a Sweat Elite video where they did in Michigan, and if I remember correctly, I remember Ron Warhurst being like, let's keep this one more aerobic.
Yeah.
And we'll just rip the 400, and they took less rest, so maybe alright.
Yeah, but then it's like I know like they're like known for take like before that 400 all out, like they actually like rest, like they take like 3 to 5 minutes, like spike up like
They
everything.
can't hit that much faster than 55, can they?
I mean, a Mason Furlick workout. I was on Let's Run after the workout. I was like, I'm gonna try and compare my Michigan and see what like the elites are doing, and it was like he closed in like 52.5 or something or 53.
So Hobbs would have done the same.
Yeah,
I
and
gotta go back
apparently
on my
Hobbs
video.
is closed in Michigan in 50.
I believe that. I mean, he can run 147
Yeah.
and 800.
But anyway,
I totaled 10 for that day, which is worth noting. You probably totaled the same. Well, not for the day. I'm sorry, for the workout.
Yeah.
And I came back with a 4-mile double.
Yeah, I also did 4 in the afternoon.
And that's only Thursday, so we had Friday and Saturday to get some easy days in, and then Sunday was an easy long run, so really 3 days to get some easy days in.
So how much miles did you hit
I
on
did
Friday?
5 on Friday,
Yep, I did 11.
and then I didn't double or anything, so you did way more than me. I did 6 on Saturday.
I actually did 6 on Saturday as well, just to make up because
Well, actually, I did
long
9.
run wasn't as long.
Yeah, I doubled, so I did 9 on Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then I remember because I was supposed to do that on Friday, and I just like was cooked on Friday, and I also like was busy, and I texted Clayton, I was like, "Can I just switch the days?" And he was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, and I guess
obviously he's pretty open to switching up training. He like trusts us to do that, which I really like.
yeah.
He's never been like, "I don't think that's a good idea" to me. He's like, "Listen to your body. If that's what you think, you should do."
Yeah, so that Friday was weird because the breakfast was champion. So I did 7 in the morning and then I did 4, and it was like, yeah, it felt like shit. Did 6 on Saturday, so did the same, pretty much the same, just reverse. And then Sunday long run, I still got out for 13 or 14.
I got a lamb.
Yeah,
A lamb.
11.
It was pretty smooth. We actually took it down a little bit quicker than I was expecting and I was planning on doing, but I just went with them. They wanted to take it down a little bit. I don't have splits though.
Yeah, so well, I did do 14, and we kind of like Pardo like really wanted to get his cock out for the long run, and I was kind of there for it, but also was like, I want him to do it. If he does it, I'll go with him, but I'm not gonna be like the one pushing it, just because I was like, I can approach this day many different ways, and I kind of just wanted to suss it out. Like, I didn't want to commit to like rolling like 6 flats for the last like 10 if I like wasn't gonna feel good. And I think I ended up just doing like, I think I did the first 11 of them, average like 650, and then I just crunched the last 3 at like 550s. And with God, the camera just, oh yikes! And I just dropped the camera like twice, by the way, for the listeners. The viewers would have seen what just happened. But yeah, I crunched the last 3. I actually had Ben on the bike, head coach Ben. Yeah. So he came on the bike for the long run, which was really fun. I really hope he comes out again. That was really cool.
The Marriott came in clutch for me. They actually let me use the bathroom.
Yeah. So I guess for context, we run through the French Quarter, basically like directly through it on a Sunday morning after Saturday. You can imagine a lot goes on in the French Quarter on Saturday night.
You've got like 20 hotels on both sides of the street at all times. There's so many hotels in the French Quarter. But the thing is, they look at us as like crazy people, and like you go up and you'll be like, "Can I use your bathroom?" And they'll look at you like a foreigner, and they're just like, "Get away!"
Yeah,
like I hate you. And I'm just like, Jesus. Okay, but this hotel, I took my shot because I was about to poop myself. I was prairie dogging, and I just walked up to the guy and I was like, I just looked at him and I just looked around the hotel for a second. He was like, "It's to the back." I was like, "You know what I need?" He was like, "I get it."
Yeah.
I was like, "Let's go."
And also this day, oh my god, it was 15 degrees Celsius, which is what, like 50s though.
Yeah,
he was wearing a long sleeve the whole time. I actually put on Strava, this is like the first like t-shirt day of the year. Like
I wore a long sleeve, which is crazy.
I generally haven't worn a t-shirt for the whole, like for anything. Like I wouldn't even start a warm up with a t-shirt until this day. So yeah, you know, the weather's coming around, everyone's fit, everyone's tapering, and I guess with that tapering kind of brings us to weekly mileage total. How much did you hit?
70.
I hit 85. So yeah, definitely not super low, but like still cutting down a bit.
I don't have any plans of cutting down yet. Like I didn't. I wanted to hold my mileage, but I'm just listening to my body at this point. So I'm not looking at it as a taper. I'm looking at it as just listening to my body, but my taper won't be like I'll do 66 for taper probably. Yeah. So I'm having a weird taper where I started tapering really early, but hopefully by keeping the intensity up, I'm not really tapering, and then I'll bring the intensity down. And the taper.
That's kind of just how you like. If you're doing like periodization, that's kind of like what you're looking for. It's like you're dropping the volume, but then the intensity goes up, and hopefully your body reacts to it the way you want to. As in, you're going to be peaking for.
Yeah, I'm usually pretty good at peaking and feeling good when I peak. Yeah. So I think I've always listened to my body, and I'm doing that this time. So I think we'll be good.
Because we are now like 8 days out from conference when we're recording this. We're recording this on a Wednesday. Yeah, we're pretty close. Oh no, sorry.
It would be.
We're an extra week on that. So pretty much on Friday it's like 2 weeks.
15 days.
Yeah, 15 days out. My bad. I just need to add it a week. But yeah, so I guess with that's the end of the training weeks, and we can roll quickly into keeping up with UNO, which this week we'll be previewing, I guess, the team and ourselves, what you kind of want from the Crimson Classic. A very big meet. You know the team's gone?
Yeah, you got Georgia, Kentucky, Alabama, obviously, some of FSU's guys, Miami, I don't know if they're a big hitter, some guy, Central Arkansas from our conference.
Auburn.
They're ranked ahead of us. Who?
Auburn.
Oh, Auburn. Yeah, Auburn will be there, I believe. I'm trying to think about we have a few guys in our region that are ranked ahead of us. Like I said, Central Arkansas. I think there is 1 or 2 more that are ranked ahead of us in our region. It'll be a good competitive meet, but also some good teams for us to run with that we know we can compete with. So.
And in terms of course, we've heard it's kind of like rolling hills, but obviously. I know I always talk shit about like your rolling hills is probably nothing.
Yeah, no, Ethan said it wasn't that bad.
Ethan Madrich, which is
the ex-assistant females cross-country coach for Alabama, I think, and now he's the assistant men's coach at FSU. So he was familiar with the course, and he told me it's a beautiful course.
Yeah.
It's a little long.
Yeah, so it's 8.1K. So, I mean, it still goes in your TFers, but, I mean, it's going to obviously...
it goes on your TFers as an 8.07K, so if you PR, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so...
It won't show up in your box.
So, I mean, I'm still looking to run, just going into, personally, I ran 24:35, 36, so... While I wasn't training well, while I was still getting dropped in workouts, I was still feeling like shit, and now I'm actually feeling good. I know, I'm pretty confident I can run faster, even on a long course, personally, but, I'm obviously open to the fact that this might not be quite as fast as the Southern Showcase, but I also just want to be competitive. I feel like at the Southern Showcase, I didn't really give myself a shot as much as I probably will try to at the Crimson Classic. I kind of just want to put myself there, put myself where I kind of want to finish early on, and then
top 20.
Yeah. So I definitely want to improve my placement from the Southern Showcase. Pretty similar field. So that's like my main goal. Like, is just to be a lot more competitive early on and kind of just see what happens.
I just want to be competitive, period.
Yeah. I mean, obviously still getting the 5K, feeling comfortable, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping this race goes a little bit more according to plan than the last one. I was hoping that we could run it together as a team for the last race, and that just didn't happen. Like, not like for the whole race, but like for the first 3 miles per se. I feel like it's really good to be running as a pack with the team. And I think that's what our coach is pounding that a little bit harder for this race. He wants 5 guys going out together, if not 7. And running those first mile, maybe 2 miles together. And I think that'll be really cool. I think that gives me a workout feel and makes me feel more comfortable. Just all in all, like other than running by yourself and like, I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited for that. So I hope that pans out to do. And it should, because I mean, no one's going to go off faster than 4:45. Other than maybe Evan would do that, but I don't think anybody else would. And no one's going to go slower than 4:50. So I think we should at least be in the general vicinity. But I'm hoping we can clump up. And
we generally do have like 5-6 guys who could probably, like, on a good day that could break 25. So
I'd
it's
say
like
7.
Yeah, probably 7. So it's like, you know, we definitely, I think that should be a good team goal for us. Yeah. I think we'll probably talk about it like in our team meeting, but it'll probably hopefully be packing up a bit more and kind of using each other like we do on workouts.
Yeah, at least until the later miles. Yeah. I'm hoping to get to 5K with at least 2 of my teammates.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess with that, oh my god. Camera dropped again, no chance.
Shaky ass table.
Yeah, I guess with that we'll roll straight into relevant running news.
There's a lot of.
Yeah, there is a lot this week. I guess it was a big week for running just in general. We got Chicago Marathon being probably obviously the only real big thing. And I know it's another world record. I should be excited about it, but
I am, because I think Kelvin Kiptum is going to run an official sub-2 pretty soon. I think it'll come next year, but I think it will.
I mean, I know, like I said a few weeks ago, I hate Kipchoge, but I'm kind of sad. It's kind of like his reign of terror is over. Like, this is the end, right? Like, he's not getting that world record back. Like, that's
he's not. It's Kiptum's going to extend on it, too. I think Kiptum will end up running faster than Kipchoge's sub-2.
Oh, yeah. I think... Well, look, he still negative split. He still ran sub 60 for the second half.
He significantly under negative split it again.
Okay.
Ridiculous.
And I want to bring something up as well. So he ran two flat 35. And the way he did it, okay, so you look at Kipchoge's world record, positive split. And if you look at every single race Kipchoge's attempted to break 2, like in an official race, it's been 60 flat or like 59 at half. And they went through 61... They went through in like 61. 61 something.
Well,
they're a minute. They're like more than a minute or like 90 seconds off.
In the press conference, his goal, according to him, which I know this is sugarcoated a little bit because when you're in the kind of shape that he's in, you always have a world record in the back of your mind. But his goal wasn't to go break the world record. I'm sure it was in the back of his head, but the pace was supposed to be set, and his mind was set on breaking the course record.
2:03:45.
He got to halfway, or he actually said in his interview that he got to 5K, and he knew he was going to break the world record. So it takes out the grain of salt, but
oh my God,
I guess he was feeling really good, so he was just able to do that. But I see a race where he goes out in 59:50 to 59, or 60 flat.
Yeah.
And if he goes out in that range, I can still see him closing. And sub 60 and running.
That's the thing. Fast. Like, I still feel like he didn't even give it a crack. Like, I feel like it was still slow, like, through half.
He's also still young. I mean,
23?
23 age-wise. Or you can just look at it as, like, how long he's been
in the sport.
An elite runner. And it just hasn't been long at all. So he still has so much room for improvement.
3 marathons, 2:01 high, 2:01 low, 2 flat. Like,
gives me, what's that girl vibes? From the girl that broke the marathon world record. Very similar vibes.
Yeah, but she
had one bad race. Yeah, she came out. Her debut wasn't good.
Yeah, but
Kiptum's debut was world class. And then on the women's side for Chicago Marathon, also I think a big takeaway was Safan Hassan even though she didn't really clip the world record, or I think she was close.
I mean, they went through on
she-
pace to break it by a
she
few
broke
seconds.
the previous world record though, right?
Yeah.
So she's second fastest performer of all
Yep.
time now. But also, I think just her doing that in the same season that she competed in the 15 and the 5K,
Yeah, and
is
the 10.
and the 10, like, is absolutely absurd. And she just got snubbed from the we were just talking about this, from the Women's Athlete of the Year.
Yeah, she wasn't even
She's
nominated.
not even nominated for it, and I
Wild.
think that's criminal.
And she won London.
I can see her not winning it, like giving it to someone like Faith Kipyegon, who's broke so many world records. and just
obviously.
won everything she's
But
won.
no,
Like,
you
I
get
get that, but
nominated.
you've got to nominate her. Come
Yeah,
on,
that's
I mean,
just wild. Yeah,
she was there in every race this year, pretty much. Every race that mattered for women's Van Hassan was in it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And she was competing for a win.
She didn't race anything regular season. She ran a marathon, world champs, marathon. That's a pretty fucked season. I mean,
Absolutely.
they usually say you can do 2 marathons a year. Well, that's what it's been historically. And in between them, she just decided to do just the biggest meet of the year,
And
just
the
casually.
biggest thing is like these marathons that she's running as a track, like her training probably, I don't know what her training is like at all, but I'm going to go on a limb here and say, like, if you're running the way you're running on a track, you have to have track training. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like a marathon, maybe you can go do that off of just high mileage track training, you know? And the way that she is able to do this track training, I'm not sure if that's a fact or not, and then go out into a marathon and run faster than so many elite men can run in a marathon.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking, she ran 5 minutes slower than Connor Mantz.
Yeah.
Like, Connor Mantz. And, like, it was a big deal what Connor Mantz ran, 207. It's like, oh my god, Connor Mantz just ran 207. Good for him. Like,
Yeah.
and Svan Hassan's out here running 212.
Just
As a
rolling
track
it, yeah.
athlete. And it's just absurd to me. So I feel like
No, I
she needs a little bit more hype.
Yeah, 100%. I completely agree. So yeah, I guess that's relevant running news. And now we go on to Hanso and Ranto, Apples on a Baffle.
Yeah. I lost in fantasy.
Yeah, so
To him.
Yeah, so this is gonna be it. So Mason the whole week. So I was playing him in fantasy, and I don't know, like, you can probably get my gist. I'm fucking not from here. Like, I know shit all about America. I know like 3 players. I know fucking Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill. Actually, no, 4. Odell Beckham Jr. And I also know Kelsey.
I was just about to say, what about Travis Kelce?
Travis Kelsey, but that's only because he's like everywhere right now.
Yeah,
Fucking Taylor Swift. I don't even like Taylor Swift, but I just know him, and I'm starting to like know like my players in the teams. I'm like watching it. I'm like, I know what's going on and shit now, which is like better, but still, Mason's 4-0, hasn't lost a game, and then he comes up against Help Me Football Club, and yeah.
The
Shit's
thing
the
was,
bed.
everyone was talking throughout the week, like, well, you have a gimme win this week. And, you know, I was just running along with the narrative, like, yeah, just a gimme
Bro,
win.
I got
'Cause you need a little bit of
69
confidence.
points last
But in the
week.
back of my head, I was like, dude, I'm starting Dak Prescott as my starting quarterback, and my defense is -5 points already. So it's like, because I had a guy drop 49
Yeah,
points.
he lost,
I had
and the guy
DJ
dropped.
and for any American, I had DJ Moore on my squad, and he's my first player that plays because he played on Thursday. He drops 50 points, and I'm like, game's over.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
lying.
He technically drops 45 because my dumbass played the defense that he torched. So, like, my defense got -5, like I said. So I go in with 45 points, and I'm like, there's no way I can lose this game, right? My RB1, RB2, and quarterback points combined was 10. It's absurd. 5 fumbles total out of those guys. Or no, 5 turnovers total. Dak threw 3 interceptions. Tony Pollard fumbled. And Miles Sanders fumbled. Miles Sanders got me 0.8 points.
Yeah.
I just couldn't
was
be
wild.
more mad about it.
Yeah,
Took
so-
my first L. Still dropped 120, which is
Yeah, 128 for me. And Matt, honestly, Help Me Football Club, Help Me FC, bro. They're on the rise. You know, I'm 3-2 now.
Seems like everyone's
I'm
on the
2
rise.
I'm 2-3. So I was actually worried I was gonna get the punishment, and I'd be like, that's bullshit. I don't know anything about football.
Nah, Evan's gonna get the point.
Yeah, so we actually haven't decided what the punishment is. So
Evan also talks the most shit out of anybody in the league. Every single week, he sends a screenshot of his team, and he's like, "My guys are cutting up," and he's projected for the least in the league every single time.
you know what I'm projected?
What are you talking about?
I'm projected like 95 this week. Like my team's still shit.
Because
Like,
you don't have anyone playing.
yeah, I
Everyone's
know.
hurt.
Yeah.
You gotta switch that up.
Bro, I got stitched up big time.
Hunter responded. Brothers about to run Nutty Comb. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
relevant thing.
Yeah, if anyone didn't know, his brother, Hunter Appleton,
They already know.
founder of Sock Moves and runs for Colorado. But, you know, this is the 6th episode. We might have new listeners. So, yeah, send GLs in the chat for Hunter Appleton for Nutty
He
Cone.
needs to bounce back.
Big
I
Nutty.
think he will. I think every single year for cross, he's always got one race that he just doesn't. He's not into the swing of things. Then he gets back into the swing of things, and he'll run a good race. So hopefully that trend continues, and he'll run good at Nuttycombe. I think he will because he's had good races at Nuttycombe before. So.
Gonna be cold.
Probably.
Yeah, it's fucking Wisconsin.
I'm sure it won't be freezing, but.
Yeah, so I guess what's coming up this week, Mason? Give the listeners a bit of a preview. Obviously, we've had a workout yesterday, and we've got a race Friday, and anything else you can think of exciting coming up?
No, that's it. Because after that, I mean, the long run's barely even considered a long run. We'll have an easy race prep workout, but
yeah, workouts ain't much until
we're done now. It's pretty much
Hayes in the barn.
It is sharpening time.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thanks for listening. Also, reminder that if you haven't already, if you're on Spotify, if you can rate, review it 5 stars, that actually helps like so much. Even if you're on YouTube, go and do that as well. Helps out a lot more than you think. Pushing us up the rankings and that, you know. We're technically an Australian podcast. Because I registered in Australia, so get us on the Australian charts. Even if you're in the US, you know, you can help out. And yeah,
you need to get on the US charts.
Right, fuck the US charts. Australia, we don't have to compete as many people from the Australian charts.
That's true.
I think we're like 120th like running podcasts or something.
Really?
Like
that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Get top 100.
Yeah, come on.
We also need like 300 more views on one of our videos to get 1,000 views. So come on.
Yeah, exactly. And
share.
Also, I guess like if you made it this far, I'm just gonna throw a little teaser in of what's kind of coming up with the Trot. You've obviously probably seen floating around the Trot tote bags. We're gonna be releasing them very soon. I just gotta finalize a few things, and also the giveaway. I've been very late in announcing it. I've just been swamped with schoolwork, so just be watching the Instagram stories, and I'll tag who has won. I'm gonna do a random number generator and just pick whatever comment that is. So honestly, if you're listening to this, you probably still have time to enter. So just go do that real quick. You get a free $50 oat running gift card, and you also get a fresh the Trot tote bag before anyone else gets it. So yeah, and I guess with that, thanks for listening or watching, and catch you next week.